Hello and welcome to Langgold English, Golden Stories, Fluent Future. Our mission is to take difficult subjects and make them simple, no matter your English level. Today, I want to tell you something personal, something that can change the way you see English learning forever. This is not only about grammar or vocabulary, this is about change. This is about how one decision, the decision to really learn English, can completely change your life. Maybe you are watching this video and feeling frustrated. Maybe you have been studying English for months or even years, but you still cannot speak with confidence. Maybe you think English is too hard for you. Maybe you believe you are too old, too busy, or just not smart enough. I understand, because I was in the same place. But let me tell you what happened when I finally learned English in the right way. My whole world opened. New opportunities came, new friendships started, new dreams became possible. If you are tired of being stuck at the same English level, subscribe now and hit that notification bell, because today we are going to change your way of learning English forever. The problem most people don't see. Let me ask you an honest question. How many years have you been learning English? 2 years? 5 years? 10 years? And how do you feel when someone speaks to you in English? Do you freeze? Do you translate in your head? Do you say, "I understand, but I can't speak"? This was my reality for 7 years. 7 years of grammar books, vocabulary lists. 7 years of feeling stupid every time I tried to speak. The problem was not my intelligence. The problem was not my age. The problem was my method. I was learning about English, but I was not learning to use English. Most people make the same mistake. They think English is like mathematics. You study rules, you memorize formulas, and then you can solve problems. But English is not mathematics. English is like swimming. You cannot learn to swim only by reading books. You must get into the water.
Here is the first secret that changed everything for me. You must stop translating in your mind. When someone says, "How are you?" your brain should not think in your mother tongue and then answer in your mother tongue before changing back to English. This is too slow. It makes real conversation impossible. Instead, you need to train your brain to think directly in English. How? With practice and constant contact. Every day, for at least 30 minutes, you must use English without relying on your mother tongue. Watch English videos without subtitles. Listen to English podcasts while you walk. And most important, talk to yourself in English. Yes, talk to yourself. When you are alone, describe what you are doing. I'm making coffee. The water is hot. I need to hurry because I'm late for work. At first, this may feel strange, but it works. After 2 weeks of daily self-talk in English, you will notice something amazing. English thoughts will start to appear in your mind naturally. Practice this today. For the next hour, whenever you think of something, try to think it in English instead of your mother tongue. Start with simple sentences like, "I'm hungry," or "It's raining," Don't worry about perfect grammar. Focus on thinking directly in English. Method 2. Learn phrases, not words. Most English students make the mistake of memorizing single words. They think, if I know 3,000 words, I can speak English. But this does not work. Why? Because English is not about words. English is about phrases. Native speakers don't think word by word. They think in groups of words. For example, when they disagree, they don't think I plus disagree plus with plus you. They simply say, I don't think so, or I'm not sure about that, or I see your point, but this is how you should learn too. Instead of memorizing happy, learn I'm happy with this news, or what makes you happy. Instead of only difficult, learn this is difficult for me, or I'm having difficulty with this project. I call this the chunk method. Every day, choose 5 useful phrases and practice them. Don't only repeat them, use them. Create situations in your mind where these phrases are needed. For example, if you are learning I'd rather, don't just repeat it 50 times. Instead, practice I'd rather stay home tonight, or I'd rather not talk about this now, or I'd rather you call me later. Make it personal. Make it real. Your homework. Choose 3 phrases to master this week. Write them down. Use each phrase at least 3 times today, in different situations, even if you only talk to yourself. Method 3. Embrace mistakes as teachers. Here is something important. Mistakes are not your enemy. Mistakes are your best teachers. But many people are so afraid of mistakes that they never speak. They wait until they feel perfect, and that day never comes. I remember my big breakthrough. I was in an important meeting with international colleagues. I wanted to say, I think we should focus on the main issue. But I said, I think we should focus on the main tissue. Everyone laughed. I felt embarrassed for 3 seconds. Then I laughed too, corrected myself, and continued. That mistake showed me something valuable. People don't judge you for mistakes. They judge you if you don't try. Once you stop fearing mistakes, you speak more. And the more you speak, the better you become. The mistake method works like this. Set a mistake goal. Yes, really. Every day, try to make at least 5 mistakes in English. This forces you to speak, to test new words, to try new grammar. At the end of the day, write down your mistakes. Learn from them. Celebrate them. Remember, every mistake today is one lesson you don't need tomorrow. Mistakes are not failure. They are proof that you are trying. Start now. Say 3 sentences in English out loud. Don't worry if they are perfect. The goal is to speak, not to be perfect. Method 4. Create English everywhere around you. Your environment affects how fast you learn. If you only use English during study time, progress will be slow. You need to create an English environment,
even if you don't live in an English-speaking country. Change your phone language to English. At first, it will be confusing, but soon you will learn real, useful words. Change your social media to English. Follow English-speaking accounts about things you enjoy: sports, food, travel, business. Most important, connect English with your hobbies. If you love football, watch games with English commentary. If you love cooking, watch English cooking channels. If you are interested in business, read English business articles. This way, you are not only studying, you are living in English. I made this change in my life, and in 3 months, English stopped feeling foreign. It became part of my daily life. When English is all around you, your brain has no choice but to adapt. Your challenge: right now, change 3 phone settings to English. Choose 3 English accounts to follow. Find 1 English podcast about your hobby and listen to 5 minutes of it today.
Method 5. Find your English identity. This method changed my life more than any other. You need to create an English-speaking identity. In your mother tongue, you may be shy, serious, or quiet. But in English, you can be different, more confident, more open, more curious. When I speak English, I am not just translating myself from my mother tongue. I express a different side of me. In English, I am more direct. I ask more questions. I take more risks. This is not fake, it is freedom. Many English learners experience this. The new language gives them space to be more creative and confident. English becomes not only a communication tool, but also a tool for personal growth. To develop your English identity, make small changes. When speaking English, stand taller. Speak a little louder. Look into people's eyes. Use your hands more when you talk. These actions will help your mind accept this new version of yourself. Practice this. Talk to yourself in the mirror for 5 minutes in English. Introduce yourself. Talk about your day. Ask and answer questions. Don't think about grammar. Focus on natural and confident expression. Method 6. The 90-Day Immersion Challenge. Real fluency doesn't come from studying 2 hours twice a week. It comes from daily contact with English. I call this the 90-Day Immersion Challenge. This gave me real results. Here is how it works. For 90 days, spend at least 1 hour with English every day. Divide the hour into 4 parts. 15 minutes listening, 15 minutes speaking, 15 minutes reading, 15 minutes review. Listening. Watch videos, listen to podcasts, or watch movies without subtitles. Focus on the main idea, not every word. Speaking. Talk to yourself.
Record voice messages or practice short presentations. Move your mouth every day. Reading. Read articles, books, or posts in English about topics you enjoy. Don't stop for every new word. Try to guess from context. Review. Look at new phrases. Check yesterday's mistakes and plan tomorrow's practice. It may sound like a lot, but it is only 1 hour. Most people spend more time than that on social media. The difference is intention and daily action. After 30 days, you will see big progress. After 60 days, other people will notice. After 90 days, English will feel natural. Your commitment. Can you give yourself 1 hour daily for 7 days? Start with just 1 week. If you can do 7 days, you can do 90.
Method 7. Focus on communication, not perfection. For years, I tried to speak perfect English, perfect grammar, perfect pronunciation, perfect vocabulary. But this perfectionism stopped me. I was afraid of mistakes, so I rarely spoke. The truth is, communication is more important than perfection. Even native speakers make grammar mistakes. They use simple words. They repeat. They use gestures. Your goal is not to speak like a professor. Your goal is to be clear and confident. If people understand you, you have succeeded. I learned this during a business trip to New York. I told a childhood story in English. My grammar was not perfect, but I spoke with energy. People laughed in the right places. They asked questions. They shared their own stories. Later, one colleague said, "Your English is so natural and fun." I realized my imperfect but enthusiastic English was better than perfect but boring grammar. Exercise. Record yourself telling a 5-minute story about your best vacation. Don't write it first. Don't stop for grammar. Just speak naturally. Then listen to it. You will probably understand everything, even if it's not perfect. Many people treat English like going to the gym. They study 2 hours twice a week, then stop. This doesn't work. Language learning needs daily contact. Instead, build small habits. Read English news for 2 minutes in the morning. Listen to English songs in the car. Watch one short English video at lunch. Practice pronunciation while walking. These small daily moments are stronger than big weekly sessions. Why? Because they keep English alive in your brain every day. I did this too. While exercising, I listened to English podcasts. While cooking, I watched English cooking shows. While traveling to work, I practiced conversations in my head. English became part of my life. Your task: choose 3 activities where you can add English today. For example, English music while cleaning, English video at lunch, English podcast while exercising. Start today. The results that changed my life. After 6 months of using these methods, my life changed in many ways. It was not only about speaking better English, it was about becoming a new person. First, my career grew. I got job offers from international companies. My salary increased. I was invited to events abroad. English opened professional doors. Second, my confidence grew. If I could learn English, I could learn anything. This new confidence changed my relationships, my hobbies, and my dreams. Third, my world became bigger. I consumed content from many cultures. I made friends in other countries. I saw problems and solutions in new ways. English connected me to the world. Fourth, my brain became sharper. Learning English improved my memory, focus, and problem solving. Scientists call this brain plasticity. Your brain changes when you learn a new language. Most important, I learned that I can achieve anything if I work every day with patience. English was not only a language skill, it was proof that change is possible at any age. Your English journey starts now. Everything I shared works, but only if you take action. Knowledge without practice is useless. You can watch many videos, but if you don't practice daily, nothing changes. Your English success is not about talent or luck. It is about making a decision and being consistent. It is about accepting mistakes, creating immersion, and focusing on communication. These methods are practical. They changed my life and the lives of thousands of students. But they need action every day. They need patience with yourself. Remember, English is not only about grammar and vocabulary. It is about personal growth, new opportunities, and global connections. Every day you practice English, you invest in your future. Your English journey begins now, but only if you take the first step. If you agree with this method, like this video. Write in the comments, "I will practice English daily." Share this with a friend who is learning English. Subscribe to Langgold English and join thousands of learners. Fluency is not about talent. It is about system and consistency. Your English transformation starts with your next sentence. So, what will you say?